Okay, hi guys. Well, welcome back. If you are new to my channel, welcome. So yeah, hope you guys are doing well. So we're just gonna be doing a reading, kind of pertaining to your shadow side. Okay, so this is gonna be like a shadow reading. Anything that your spirit team wants to share with you as far as your maybe dealing with your darker side. Okay, or like unhealed trauma, healing, all that stuff. Yeah, so only take what resonates, okay? If it doesn't apply, just let it fly. Trigger warning in advance. I'm a light being, works in the shadow realm, so a lot of low vibrational energy does come with my readings, so just protect yourself as necessary, okay? Okay, so let's start with I'm gonna start with the horror tarot deck. And just see what comes out. Anyways, hope you guys have been staying safe, staying healthy, all that good stuff. Okay. Alright. Let's just see what comes out. These cards are kind of sticky, but what is this? Death in reverse. Aww. These cards are kind of hard to read with the foil, but maybe you guys can see it. Okay. So maybe some fear of transformation. Tower. But it's gonna happen. Knight of Swords upright. Can you guys see the word? Okay. Lot of anger. Emperor as the overall energy. Wow. Okay. So this reading is gonna maybe heavily pertain to masculine energy. Okay. It can also apply to a feminine energy, but with the Emperor is gonna mean like it can be like gender is not relevant, but it's just the energy. So Emperor is gonna be like king of all kings, so it's all four kings wrapped into one, and this Emperor is upright, so that means that they're in their power. They're pretty much balanced in maybe like their light and dark. This would be a masculine energy who is more awakened, enlightened, I would say. They actually may have a higher spiritual ranking as well. Something about Vlad Tepes, Dracula, that's the depiction on the card. So that may be relevant for someone who's watching or for someone that you know. Something about red eyes as well. Something about elves and Lord of the Rings. So this Emperor may like I don't know, what do you call it, like paranormal stuff, mythology, myths and legends as well. This Emperor may have a part in their head, and also may have a beard. That may be relevant. Okay, so with death in reverse though, so yeah, there's either like a lack of a transformation or a fear of transformation here, but I'm not entirely sure if it's pertaining to the Emperor, like maybe because we go through multiple evolutions and transformations on our journey. So this Emperor may be at a juncture in their journey where they are needing to transform again, but maybe there's some type of hesitancy or I'm also getting this emperor. If the emperor themselves don't, if the emperor doesn't need to transform himself or herself, then this emperor may be noticing that the people around them are not transforming. There's a lack of awareness. Oh, there's a lack of awareness or growth within this emperor's environment, I feel. With the tower, so this is going to be divine intervention. So the tower is when supernatural force comes in and shakes up a situation and breaks something down because the foundation is faulty. And normally the energies involved, they've been given signs on how to maybe adjust the situation, so that way the divine doesn't have to come in, because whenever the divine comes in, it's always going to be it's just gotten serious. It's going to be a little bit more drastic, I feel. So yeah, that's pretty much the essence of the tower. Sometimes the tower can be seen as good. You know, there could be good surprises and instances where the divine intervenes and it's like a miracle, right? Like, yeah. But I'm not sure. I can't tell what the tower is exactly. There's a lot of spiritual warfare going on, I would say, just with this lightning here, because storms can be equated to it's like a reflection of what's going on in the 5D down here in the 3D. Whenever there's like a lot of lightning and thunder, there may be a spiritual battle going on between the two sides. So I feel like that's relevant for whoever's watching, or for someone you know. You may be in an area where there have been a lot of storms. If not, then the energy, you may be intuitive yourself, or you're learning to recognize these type of energies. And you feel maybe there's static in the air. This can be why, because the tower is approaching. Knight of Swords. This is gonna be a fast moving knight. I usually see the Knight of Swords as pretty mechanical. I'm getting a gargoyle off of this knight. I don't know if you guys, sorry, can you see the light of it, kind of? These cards are kind of dark, but yeah. So gargoyles are like, during the day they're stone, and they come alive at nighttime. They're supposed to be like protectors of the city, kind of. So for some of you guys, you may be watching, you may be a person that works in law enforcement actually, or like you have some type of authority, which, you know, obviously with the Emperor here, but it's like something to do with like law, I feel, or justice, or like a court system, or even like an organization, or yeah, I don't know. But so that may be relevant. And what was I gonna say? Knight of Swords with the gargoyle, that leads me to stone. And so when I said the Knight of Swords is kind of mechanical, I feel that this energy, whoever resonates for, you could be this Knight of Swords energy, or it could be the Emperor, or another energy that's a part of law enforcement. But they're feeling maybe emotionally detached and focused. I'm not usually with the Knight of Swords. I would pick up like anger, or like it's a kind of generalized assumption with the Knight of Swords, or like frustration, or like maybe being a little bit erratic. But I'm not getting any of those energies off of this Knight of Swords actually. I feel like this is someone that's very stoic, very focused, and very even though they're the Knight of Swords, I'm picking up Knight of Pentacles energy off of it, which is interesting. Okay, let's clarify a little bit and see what we have. I'll just clarify what the gilded. So assistant, please. So there may be an emperor who, I don't know. I'm still getting the energy where this emperor, they may be in the midst of the situation, meaning like they may be dealing with energies that, like I said, are maybe a little bit they're still at a certain point on their journey, and this emperor may be trying to, I don't know. This emperor may sense this tower, but I'm also getting the energy where this emperor may not even be involved in the situation, but has like a broader view, bird's eye view of the situation, and is somehow foreseeing these events happen. Sorry guys, my smoke is like y'all already know it chokes me sometimes. Okay, let's see. Five of Wands in reverse, clarifying death in reverse. Yeah, so this I feel this emperor does not want to fight anymore. I don't know with whom. Maybe there's just I just feel environment. I keep hearing environment is very like prevalent. So this emperor may currently be in an environment, or is recognizing that their environment is maybe it has more lower vibrational energy than what they previously had picked up, or what they have always tolerated. But I feel something has changed, maybe to do with this emperor's own transformation. They are recognizing the toxicity that's around them, and it's no longer a vibrational match. So naturally the emperor is going to be uncomfortable around that, and I feel is wanting to detach. And with death in reverse, other energies in this environment, with death in reverse, there's a lack of change. So either those energies, they themselves don't want to change and maybe raise their vibration to match this emperor, or they're not ready yet, which, there's nothing wrong with that. But I think it only becomes an issue when certain energies don't want to let go. I feel like that's where it's always trouble for both energies. So I'm not sure if the energies in the environment are aware that it's their lack of transformation that is causing the friction between the emperor and themselves, if there is any. But I would say this emperor is noticing that these people, or that these energies haven't changed or won't. This actually may be causing a tower for the emperor. That may be the tower itself. I don't know. It may be. Recognizing that, sometimes it can be shocking when we finally allow ourselves to see the truth of a situation. That can be shocking sometimes. Okay, let me get it real quick. But again, with the tower, it's divine intervention. So I would say if anything becomes illuminated during this process, then sorry y'all, I have so much it's like my incense, and then like half the time it's really strong and it's choking me, and then the other time it won't even like light up. Anyway, sorry. Okay, what was I saying? I got completely off track. I don't remember what I was saying, guys. Sorry, but maybe it'll come back to me. Queen of Cups in reverse, clarifying the death in reverse. Yeah, so there's some codependent energies I feel that are just like not wanting this change to happen. Queen of Cups energies, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, that may resonate. I was gonna say relevant. That may be relevant. This Queen of Cups in reverse may have a pet dog, a white dog as well, maybe. But this energy is going to be maybe dealing with issues of insecurity and codependency. I feel this has always been a fear. I'm just going to move this away actually because I can't. I feel this Queen of Cups in reverse's fear has been death itself, meaning transformation. This, I'm not sure. This Queen of Cups in reverse and this Emperor may have a contract together. I don't know what type. It could just be friends. It could be lovers. They could be family. I don't know. But there's some type of there was, I feel, a bond or a tie there. I only say was because Queen of Cups in reverse, this energy alone is not going to be able to be sustained with an Emperor. It's too much of a gap in frequencies. And I feel like this is being recognized by either both parties or one of them, and this is also maybe a tower. And I feel this Queen of Cups in reverse, part of the codependency comes from the fact that he or she knows that the Emperor has changed, and this is why he or she has not been on board with transformation from the get-go with death in reverse, because maybe he or she knew what the outcome would be. But again, when we go against what the divine is telling us, what our soul is telling us, what our intuition is telling us, it doesn't really prolong the situation, but it just makes the circumstances a little bit more drastic, because then, like I said, the divine intervenes themselves, because it's like we gave you a chance to rectify the situation on your own, and you chose not to, so we'll do it for you. And that could be scary when we talk about the divine. So yeah, it's tough, but I would say I always talk about this, it just comes down to self-love, regardless of where you are in a situation, whether you feel like you yourself are changing or people around you are changing. I feel like the best thing is to focus on ourselves and our own journey, our own passion and inner peace. I feel that will always get us back on track on where we need to be, and the right energies will align as you go. Okay, let's see. What's this tower? Emperor is Aries energy as well. That may be relevant. So there's a Scorpio energy here with this death. Actually, heavy Scorpio energy with the death and the tower. There's a water energy, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio with the Queen of Cups, and then there's also Aries. Okay, let's see. Two of Cups in reverse. So yeah, this is going to be about a break of the contract. When I said the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Emperor may have a contract, with this Two of Cups, I feel it's more of a it's either some type of platonic contract or maybe like a familial contract. So the divine is stepping in to end this contract to make sure it's broken, I feel. I feel initially, I don't know, I feel maybe the contract between the Emperor and the Queen of Cups in reverse may have been karmic to begin with, meaning that they were both supposed to learn lessons from each other, maybe pay back some karmic debt. And I feel like one soul answered the calling whenever they were awakened, went through the dark night of the soul and learned the lesson that the divine was trying to teach them. They spiritually evolved. Their ranking got higher, and so that fulfilled the contract, their portion. But I feel for the Queen of Cups in reverse, maybe a little bit more behind in comparison to the Emperor, as far as the contract's completion, learning lessons. I feel this Queen of Cups may, be still in the midst of that, or just just either doesn't know how or refuses to do the inner work. And so I feel this Queen of Cups is wanting the contract to remain open with this Death in reverse. But the divine is saying no, because he or she, the Emperor, they fulfilled what they needed to. Interesting. Hermit in reverse. Virgo energy. So yeah, someone's not wanting to go within. Someone's not wanting to look at the do the work and pretty much self-evaluate, figure out how we got where we are in life, and that's important because you're integrating things maybe that have happened in the past, even painful things maybe, or things that you haven't healed. Once you go in and look at it and take stock of it, I feel like you integrate that part of yourself and then you become a more evolved version of yourself. So the other part of hermit mode is not only digesting and dissecting what occurred in the past, but also projecting and planning for what you want to occur in the future. But with the Hermit in reverse, I feel most likely the Queen of Cups in reverse. Part of the soul contract was to do this inner work, and I feel that wasn't accomplished, or that's not being accomplished. And I feel this is I feel this is why a contract was only partially successful. I don't know. I feel what constitutes as a successful contract is maybe both energies, learning and growing and evolving as a soul. And then once that evolution is finished, those two energies may decide to renew another contract, but on a higher frequency, which is pretty cool. Or they may go off and encounter their next contract with another soul, which is also cool. So yeah, it's interesting. Okay, let's do Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Okay, let me sorry guys, I gotta move these cards over. And they have to be a certain way. Okay, Temperance in reverse. So something is out of balance. I don't know. I feel like going back to maybe someone who has a authority or a position in law or something. I feel that energy may feel something is out of balance. Maybe I don't know. I don't know pertaining to what. I'm also picking up a little bit more. At first, I wasn't sure if the Emperor was in Knight of Swords energy or if the Knight of Swords was a separate energy altogether. I feel that it is, as the reading has gone on, I feel this Knight of Swords is separate from the Emperor. And I feel either they are feeling very imbalanced themselves. Maybe because when I mentioned that there's some type of emotional detachment, meaning that the Knight of Swords energy is not, maybe their heart chakra is not activated, or it's underactive right now, which is why the Knight is operating in a more mechanical, unfeeling type of way when communicating. But I feel, yeah, that's just, the Temperance in reverse is just an indicator of that emotional imbalance. And this may also show up in the form, in a more physical form, maybe some addictive behavior, maybe drinking or a vice or something. The vice is manifesting that emotional imbalance. So I would say for whoever this resonates for, if it does, if you may notice, if you focus more on your emotional healing, it'll have an effect on your vices, meaning as you start to heal emotionally, you may no longer need that vice, or it may naturally go away. So if the Knight of Swords themselves doesn't feel off balance though, I feel that's relevant for someone. But if not, then this Knight of Swords just may feel like something that they're working on, or their environment or a situation is out of control, it's out of balance. Maybe something was unfair or something, or unjust, or I don't know. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Something is slow moving. This Knight of Swords feels. And something is not progressing. Ten of Swords. Wow. What? This just threw me off. Okay, so this is a situation. Okay, what? I'm sorry. It took a turn. Okay, so I feel this Knight of Swords is actually working on. I don't know. I keep wanting to say working on something. I don't know what it is. Maybe a case, or they may be involved in a situation, or maybe something that they are aware of. Maybe. I don't know, something went down where there was a betrayal, okay? And this Knight of Swords is aware of the betrayal, maybe aware of who betrayed who, or, you know, whatever happened, or maybe this was an intended betrayal that the Knight of Swords is aware of. But I feel like something is throwing this situation off balance, and it's also come to a complete halt. It's just been stagnated. I don't know why or how. I don't even know what this is pertaining to, but I feel like the Knight of Swords, maybe this is why the Knight of Swords feels the need to be emotionally detached, because they have to deal with situations like these, or maybe they have to participate in a betrayal, or maybe this is what they're around, you know? So that would explain why there's no emotional flow in the energy. But I would say forever resonates for maybe if you know, it's up to you, but maybe you can take stock on what's important to you, because maybe being in an environment where betrayal is heavy, you should weigh out the pros and cons. And one of the cons I would say is lacking feelings. I'm getting what was that in the Wizard of Oz? Was it the Scarecrow who said he just wanted to feel, right? Or no, or was that Tin Man? I don't know. You know, I'm talking about somebody. One of them was like, I just want to feel. I want to have emotions. I can't remember now. I'm stuck on which one it was. I should know, right? I should know because of my background. But anyways, I feel that's relevant. So I just say that to say, you know, one of the cons in being in a type of environment like this, I don't know if it's work, if it's you know, just something you're involved in personally for whoever resonates for, or yeah, I don't know. But one of the cons would be being emotionally detached, and I feel like I said, it may be manifesting in your vices. So if you feel like that's hindering you enough to where you're uncomfortable in your soul, then I feel like your spirit team is saying you can reevaluate. And change the energies so that way you can be the best you that you want to be. Okay. All right, so let's see. Let's get some, I don't know, y'all. Traditional or something. I'm still thinking about that that Wizard of Oz thing I said. Okay, yeah, let's get some traditional and then actually, okay, wait, I'll pull just a few from the karmic deck and then a traditional. Spirit messages. So I feel to say for so far for whoever resonates for, I feel like your spirit team is saying maybe just focus on bringing whatever is out of balance back into balance. Maybe it's just yourself, maybe it's just your light and dark, and be flexible, be as flexible as you can, especially when the divine is stepping in, because at that point you just have to surrender, you know, for all energies involved. I feel if that applies to you, and then the divine will take care of the rest and put you back on track. Okay, let's pull out, I can't even get one of these cards, y'all. Okay, I think I'm just gonna pull one actually. Okay, back of the deck says distraction or illusion. So I feel for whoever resonates for, I could be talking to a masculine energy who is in their emperor form. I feel your spirit team is saying just be aware of the distractions and illusions that are going on around you. Pretty much anything that is taking your attention off of what you know the divine is wanting you to do, or the divine is wanting you to focus on, is a distraction or an illusion. So always try to come home to yourself. I feel like spirit is saying always keep yourself grounded. Go into hermit mode if you need to become, you know, like I said, come home and consult with the divine. Just because I also feel the need to say with death in reverse and Queen of Cups in reverse to the Queen of Cups in reverse next to the Two of Cups in reverse, that's giving a karmic feminine energy. So that's going to be a feminine energy that that you who I'm speaking to, or someone that you know that they had a soul tie with. Those are they can be quite difficult to break, especially when one energy is clinging. But I feel your spirit team is saying if that is occurring, it's because these energies don't want transformation, is what it boils down to. But I feel transformation is inevitable for all energies. You know, we sometimes we don't want to change, but we end up being changed anyway. So I feel your spirit team saying, you know, aside from not just the Emperor, but for any energy, I feel your spirit team is saying, be careful of distractions and illusions, okay? And try to balance everything out. How could you throw this all away. So I'm getting two messages. One is for whoever resonates for. I feel like your spirit team is saying, again, don't be distracted and throw away all the hard work that you've done as far as your transformation has gone. All the inner work, all the shadow work, all the healing, and then all the time that you've put into your own betterment, however that may look like. I feel your spirit team is saying, consider the value of that, and consider the value of being a more evolved soul. That's priceless, I feel your spirit team is saying. So think twice before allowing distractions or illusions to trip you up and make you self-sabotage or something. The other message is, I feel this is something that the karmic energies may be saying, or the energies who are in their shadow, or energies who just simply don't like change. So this may be relevant for someone who had a bond, had a soul tie with someone, and maybe it was a relationship that lasted for a long time. Again, this could be a friendship, just platonic. It could be romantic. It could also be a family member. And I feel this because the Queen of Cups is in reverse, and because karmic energies, they are usually operating from a more carnal state. I feel they use this as a tactic, and so I'm going to call it a tactic. I feel like this type of tactic brings about guilt. So this energy, this Emperor, if it applies, or another energy, may feel guilty whenever this is asked. I also feel it brings about I feel like it brings about fear of public perception as well. But again, I feel like your spirit team is saying these are all distractions and illusions. If the contract is already fulfilled on either party's end and they no longer want to be in it, and the divine is saying it's not necessary for you to be in it, then it needs to be ended. And the divine is doing that with this Tower. So I feel if this is a situation where energies are guilt tripping or trying to seduce or sway or just manipulate in any way, I feel it, one, it's not genuine. Because if it was, then this Queen of Cups wouldn't be in reverse. And I also feel it's just a ploy. So just, I would say if that resonates, just be aware. And if you are ever, for any energy, not just, it doesn't matter, any energy involved, I feel if you are ever confused on how to move forward, I feel like your spirit team is saying they're there to show you, clear out the fog. And I would say hold off on any decisions until you know that you've received clear guidance from your spirit team, first and foremost. Okay, let's just do a I think I'm only just gonna do like one card and then maybe a fairy oracle. Okay. Dyslexia on the back of the deck. Difficulty identifying speech sounds related to letters or words. So some of you guys, you may have dyslexia. Maybe you had difficulty as a child, or maybe you still have difficulty now. Maybe it shows up in your speech, or I don't know. I'm not too familiar, but I can identify a little bit, especially with dates. Like, I have no idea. Something will say January 3rd, and I would be like, oh, November 10th or something. Anyway, not saying that that's the same thing at all, but I feel yeah, I'm not sure if this is something that you resonates for, you struggle with as a child, or maybe you still work with it as an adult. But I feel like it's a unique factor, maybe that you feel has singled you out in society, or maybe you feel like it is something that could or would single you out in society. I also feel like this has been a distraction for you, for whoever it resonates for. A distraction meaning maybe sometimes when we have difficulty, like maybe within our functions or within our brain or something, especially when compared to what's considered to be normal in society, we can feel a little bit displaced. But I feel like your spirit team is saying whenever you feel that way, that's just an illusion. I also feel, and this is like not like tested or or theory or anything, but this is just what I randomly think. I feel whenever certain energies, they may look like they have a disability. So in a 3D, that may look like dyslexia, or it may look like ADD or autism, or speech impediments and all that stuff. But I feel that's how it's like categorized and labeled in the 3D. But in actuality, that soul's genetic makeup, their energetic signature, and their brain chemistry is just wired differently. And I often find that those energies may have like they may be like a savant at something, or they're just like geniuses in like particular areas. But it's offset by what's considered to be lack in 3D. If that makes sense. I know that didn't really make sense. I didn't explain it well, but I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like what appears to be a handicap is actually it's just like a offset of a beautiful, intricate mind. But anyways, okay, let me get off of that. I'll pull one more and then we'll do a oracle. Okay. Okay. Island roots. Sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing. It's just kind of random. So some of you guys may, I don't know, have some island roots or something. Island, could be literally any Ireland. I said Ireland. So some of you guys may be from Ireland, or you may have Irish roots. I meant to say island though. So yeah, any island you may that may be like your ancestry, your legacy. Some of you guys have deep traditional practices like in your family. I was gonna say rituals. So some of you guys may practice like spiritual practices like that originate from the islands. Hoodoo, voodoo, or something. Or your family grew up in it. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, I think that's just an identifier. I think that's all I have for that. Okay, let's do a. Let's just do a fairy wisdom oracle, and then Bible wrap up. So if I didn't get any cards, sorry guys, it's like a lot of cards. Yeah, I got them. Okay. Let's see. Some of you guys may also like to go to the islands, like for a vacation. You may have a favorite island that you like. Some of you guys may know of a secret island. Okay. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Okay. So you guys might also like the movie Castaway. With is it Tom Hanks? Yeah. Thinking of You 55. And I'm sorry, let me show you guys. Thinking of You 55. And Attitude number 1. Okay, so let's do number 1. Okay, it says, we can choose to act or react to any situation. Do you fly off the handle when confronted with a difficult lesson? Or do you take a deep breath, center yourself, and consider what would be the best course of action? It is important to listen to that inner voice that knows that spirit wants the best for you. Just ask for help and remember that every problem comes with its own solution. It says your own inner self will be glad to whisper the solution to you. Sometimes it comes in words or thoughts of insight. Other times it comes as a message that urges you to have faith that the universe is moving energy around in order to manifest the perfect outcome. This is an exercise in trust and faith. So I feel like your spirit team is saying, for whoever resonates for, maybe just in general, especially if you're feeling off balance, or if you feel like you don't have control over your emotions, for, you know, again, for whoever resonates for, take a step back and recenter yourself. I feel like your spirit team is saying, and oftentimes we already know like what we need to do. It's just acknowledging it, I feel, and taking the steps to enforce it is where we have trouble sometimes. So I feel like that's what your spirit team is suggesting. And then again, if you ever get stuck, they'll let you know. They'll tell you. Okay, Thinking of You 55. And I feel like your spirit team is saying also, it's important right now to trust your intuition. Like first and foremost. Okay. Synchronicity 55. It says there's no such thing as coincidence. Everything happens for a reason, and synchronicity happens more often when we are strongly grounded within ourselves. When well grounded, we have a strong connection to everything in our universe. These connections help to put us in the right place at the right time. Our intuition is heightened, and things fall into place so much easier. We flow with the universal life force instead of fighting it. Therefore, everything comes to us naturally and more easily. And life is more enjoyable and efficient too. So I feel like your spirit team is saying, kind of like what I just said, just make sure you're grounding yourself, maybe leaning more into divine femininity. So for feminine energies, just cultivating where you naturally feel like feminine energy, like it's the divine feminine's there at home in that energy, so just relaxing and receiving. For masculine energies, maybe check if your feminine energy is activated, meaning that you are aware of your intuition and you know how to release control, and you trust and surrender and attract through universal law. If that already applies, or if you are familiar with what I just said, then that most likely means your divine feminine energy has been activated, which is good. And so I feel like your spirit team is saying just make sure it stays balanced, so that way you can call in your manifestations as easily as you can. And also, I feel like your spirit team is saying trust your intuition, because it's like I said, your spirit team is highlighting that for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because right now for whoever it resonates for, you're around lower vibration energies, or they're around you, and then also a tower is coming. So I feel the energy yourself, you're involved in the tower, or you're just going to witness it. I feel like either way, your spirit team is saying your intuition is heightened right now, so trust whatever you're seeing and feeling. Trust whatever downloads you're getting, because it's helping you, and it'll never lead you the wrong way. Okay, I think that's all I have for you guys. I hope that was helpful, if not interesting. So yeah, I just feel like for right now, your spirit team is saying for whoever it resonates for, maybe just work on making sure that your shadow side is balanced, and making sure that you're trusting in the divine. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. Anyways, hope you guys have a good happy day or night whenever you see this.